This is Rockslapping Champions. Player 1, playing Zeratul. We have Syntharius. And player 2, playing Tychus. We have Marianne. So while the players get set up, let's have a look at the masteries. Zeratul has gone for the Zeratul attack speed, the artifact spawn, and the avatar cooldown here. So given the recent Zeratul nerfs, one of the things that has happened is that the avatar cooldown mastery is actually a little bit more competitive now, and you can see that Zeratul has chosen to forego the initial Legion cost so that they can spam their avatars a little bit more frequently. And as a result, you can see there this probe is getting harassed by some of these units over here, thanks to the power overwhelming mutator that is active. We also have Avenger. This one is the inordinate response mutation from this week, so you'll have to be a little bit careful when you're doing the fast expands, because if you do the fast expands, your unit might actually get black holed, and that is the end of your expand. Tychus, on the other hand, has gone for the Tychus attack speed, the Tri Outlaw Mastery, and the Odin cooldown, which is reasonably decent again. And again, like, given the recent nerfs to the medevac cooldown, or to the medevac mechanics, the Odin cooldown is actually also a competitive choice now. So we can see that Zeratul has actually gotten lucky over here and has managed to clear out this Void Rift, and these units now will no longer skill the Zoraya Legion. Power Overwhelming obviously is a very annoying mutator to deal with, and its mechanics are a little bit vague. If you are interested, check out Starcraft2coop.com's mutator page, it'll tell you how this mutator works. But basically, units will keep scaling you regardless of whether they have energy or no, and they cannot be feedbacked either because their energy bars are all fake. Tychus has spawned at the 3-minute mark, and he is going to look at his command center. He is looking at the little swirly thing that is on top of his command center, unsure and confused as to what that swirly thing is. So he's going to investigate and analyze the situation. And he's just going to keep analyzing the situation until this attack wave actually hits his base, which is going to be somewhat problematic. But now he has a doctor. This is exactly what the doctor ordered. And he now will be able to clear out this attack wave. And we can see that we are dealing with a mech Terran composition. And again, given the new buffs to Nikara, Nikara is actually a competitive choice now. It is actually a... You can go for Nikara even on a non-mutation, and there are good reasons to do so. That's usually if you're playing Vega. So going Nikara first now is no longer a rock-slapping play. So we can see that Zeratul has spawned and now wants to go and pick up this next artifact fragment. I think Zeratul... Yes, Zeratul's gonna go pick up this next artifact fragment. And that is the first fragment actually picked up. So Zeratul was busy with the fast expand in the start of this mission, I believe. Zeratul has just... Actually, Zeratul had just spawned. Never mind. I keep thinking Zeratul will take a spawn at the same time. A few more units over here. Tychus will end up cleaning that up. And Nikara leading the way right now. And they want to start pushing into this next Void Sliver area, which is a good idea. So Nikara is leading the way again. Because a little bit of a harass here. There's an Irradiate on Tychus, but Nikara is actually really good as a healer. And then Overseer comes in to try and have a look and see what's going on, but Zeratul swipes that away. And there is a Secret Missile over here, and does end up hitting Zeratul. And that Overseer... By the way, the Overseers can also cast abilities. Every single Amon unit can cast abilities. This is why this Power Overwhelming Mutator can be really bad. And the Tychus is going to push in. You can see there is a Psionic Orb onto Tychus and a Fungal Growth. But Tychus again, the guards on the back line healing Tychus. So no, not really too much of a problem for Tychus to handle. The guard leading the way now, takes a little bit of Immortal Fire, and there is a Time Warp and a shield thing for the shield barrier, or whatever the thing is called, from the Sentry. It's a Sentry ability, I can't remember. Tychus is getting a little bit low over here. He's sitting at around 150 HP. The rest of these units now are dead, and this sliver is basically ripe for picking. And there is now a Secret Missile onto onto Zoraya actually over here from that Zergling, and there's another Storm that comes up on Zeratul from that same Zergling, and that is that Void Sliver gone. And you can see just the the amount of attention that's being paid over here by Zeratul. Like, there's no wastage on any of these abilities. Like, every single unit that these things kill off is just extra value for Zeratul, even though it doesn't really need the Zoraya anymore. Like, just moving them into a camp once they're done doing what you want them to do, that is where the value comes in. And on the time warp as well, just a little bit more harass over here. We haven't really seen the impact of Avenger very much. That is usually seen once you start dealing with the attack waves. Tychus now and Nikara will be going to move over here and try and deal with this attack wave. You can see now this hybrid is actually going to start getting really, really big. Zeratul retreats over here, and Crooked Sam jumps in. Nikara in the front line over here, taking a lot of damage from that hybrid. Hybrid is actually not attacking Nikara yet. Oh, there we go. Nikara is down now for the count, and that is going to be a problem because now Tychus gets picked off, and now Crooked Sam is also going to get taken out. And so far, the unit losses are 1 Tychus, 1 Nikara, and 1 Crooked Sam, and the hybrid is making its way towards Zeratul's base, as Zeratul now has a situation to address, but the stalkers are now starting to spawn and they are starting to come out, and now we have them jumping into the Warp Prism or the Void Array over here, and this is not going to happen. This bonus objective, it's not really worth sacrificing your entire army to try and push in there. That Warp Prism is asking for trouble, flying into enemy lines, and that is the Warp Prism down. Tychus now is looking at the bar. He's waiting for the rest of his crew to spawn. And I think, as far as space saturation goes, we have a few static defense here. Tychus' turrets, though, are not very useful. You can see this red dot that's coming his way, and these turrets are not really going to do anything very much. What's interesting, though, is Tychus spawned, and then Crooked Sam spawned, and then Nikara, which is an interesting decision to make in terms of getting these outlaws to respawn. You normally go for Tychus then Nikara first, and you can just see these turrets just doing absolutely nothing against this attack wave. And there are siege tanks in the back line as well. Tychus and Crooked Sam are over here, and I think they should be okay if they don't end up fighting into the siege tank line over here. These siege tanks want to pick off that 1 turret, and they do. And now Tychus and Crooked Sam will start pushing through here with the help of Zeratul. Zeratul just blinks forward and swipes that siege tank, and that siege tank ends up dying. And now Nikara is sitting in the base over here. Apparently, she is still not done with her drinks, so she still wants to get that, and does a little bit of... What was that? I don't know what she just did over there, but decided, you know what, I'm done now, and I'm gonna go and help these guys who seem to be slightly wounded. And Zeratul is, I think... Zeratul is gonna be leading this fight for the most part. So Zeratul blinks forward over here, and just starts hacking and slashing away at some of these units, and this Ultralisk gets a barrier. Really, really nice. And Zeratul taking a little bit of damage on the Ravagers. There is some detection over here, so Zeratul is just going to try and target that Overseer. Very nice pick off. And now Iman has no detection, and that Ultralisk is going to end up getting picked up. There is a Seeker Missile, and a Psionic Orb, and a Fungal Growth, and a Time Warp onto Tychus. Casting this mutation is so difficult when skills get casted, because you have to actually think of what the skill names are. You don't really expect random skills to be casted from a Zergling, so... when something comes out, you just try and figure out what skill has been casted over there. Zeratul is going to start pushing in. Tychus, on the other hand, is just going to be watching far. He is... okay, he just knows now his ally is going to move forward, so he's going to start pushing in here. He has Tychus, he has Nikara, he has Crooked Sam, adequate micro. He should be okay for the most part. This is going to start pushing in here very, very carefully. There's the Avatar of Essence as well here, and that'll provide Tychus with an attack speed buff, and that is going to be very, very useful. Seeker Missile down on Tychus, and a Yoink from the drone, I think that was over there, that had gotten despawned, and then that had gotten devolved, and then Avengered up. So I think that was a 10-stack drone, I believe. I'm not really sure what that was, but I gave Tychus a little bit of a Yoink. And Nikara now is on this side, split away from her crew, and we have Vega joining into the fight. Do we have medevac platforms? Yes, we do have a few medevac platforms. That is ready for Tychus. And yes, we have Sam, Vega, and Tychus. And Nikara is over here for some interesting reason. And what is going on over there? I think Nikara is trying to heal this Avatar, but I don't think she can heal. I don't think the Avatar can be healed. Okay, no, so she's healing the Stalker over there. And now Tychus is over here, but Nikara is over there, and Tychus is going to try and engage this attack wave with a Hybrid Dominator. And this is not going to end too well for Tychus. There is a Dominate onto one of the siege tanks, but Vega gets picked up, and now there's a black hole, and everything is just getting completely splash damage, and that is the end of Nikara and Tychus and Rattlesnake, not Rattlesnake, and Crooked Sam. And now Tychus has been respawned by the Odin over here, which is okay, I guess. The Odin is going to start pushing forward, but Nikara is on the front line. She wants her revenge for her buddies that have been picked off. And what is going to happen over here? There's a black hole from the Observer, and then a fungal growth from the Observer as well. And Nikara is still not done. She will not be stopped. Oh no, she decides to back away. And now that Odin is going to be moving forward over here. And what is going to happen? The big red button is done. So there's going to be a nuke onto that one Void Rift, which is somewhat unfortunate. If we Odin move forward a little bit, that would have been a little bit better. But now the Odin is going to get black hole, and unfortunately Tychus is in the way. And there's a battle cruiser and a lot of marines, and there's a storm over there, and that Zealot is just going to go swipey on Tychus, and that is the end of Tychus. And now we have the 3 outlaws. They're just going to wait for their buddy to come out of the bar before they continue to push through this mission. I also realized there are 3 SCVs over here that are just chilling and not doing nothing. These guys decide, you know what, Tychus can catch up. And we will just continue pushing through. The other thing I realized is there are 2 medevac platforms. So there were 2 medevac platforms on the previous engagement when Tychus got black hole. He could have just medevaced himself out of the black hole. So I just realized that the next voice sliver is down now, picked off by Zeratul. And Tychus is somewhat confused as to where he wants to go. To solve his problem, he has chosen to get Nux out. He decides, you know, if I get stormed, I might as well be able to storm my enemy myself. And now these 5 outlaws are going to be ready to push in, but there is a small problem because there's an attack wave, and now he uses his medevac platform to get ready and engage this attack wave that is coming up. And this attack wave is going to be nasty because there is a hybrid Dominator as well. There's a storm as well over here, but there is no Sphere Grenade upgrade. Nikara gets focus fired down by all the mech units, and that down goes Nikara. And Crooked Sam is also getting focused down, and there goes the rest of Vega and whatever outlaw else he had, and that is Tychus also completely wiped. And the Zerai Legion is really going to stand no chance against this attack wave. Zeratul has to come back now and deal with these Avenger units. The Avenger units deal so much damage, they have so much HP, so much attack speed. It is just very, very terrifying as Zeratul now has gone in, and Tychus is going to be looking at the Zerai. No, that's not Tychus' camera. Tychus is looking over here right now, and he is looking at his base. He's waiting for Crooked Sam to come out. And he's waiting for the rest of his outlaws to come out, which is somewhat unfortunate because he is still bringing the bar. He's got Vega next. Who's coming out after that? Tychus is coming out next, so he's going to get Nikara last, which is an interesting choice to spawn these outlaws. Over here, Zeratul is getting ready to engage this next Void Sliver. Has the Void Ray over here. Vega. A few SCVs are here. Actually, these SCVs are starting to repair this Stalker, which is cool. And we have some more upgrades coming out for Crooked Sam as well. I really wish this Observer UI would have a way of actually showing what upgrades the Outlaws have. I think it would be a really useful addition. Unfortunately, the game's engine does not support this thing. If you are a Blizzard developer and you are watching this episode of Rockslapping Champions, hint hint, wink wink, I'd like to have that so I can actually display that information. And yeah, so the next push is going to be coming out, but Zeratul has to go and deal with this attack wave next. And Tychus is going to be pushing the Void Sliver, I guess? Yeah, so Zeratul is just going to go and deal with this attack wave over here. And Tychus, on the other hand, is just going to be pushing it. He has to be really careful. You can see how nasty Avenger can get when these units just get stronger and stronger. But Tychus is going to push in now. Nux leading the way over here. Seeker Missile on Crooked Sam, Void Sliver ability in the middle of this area, and Nikara gets focused down, and now there is an Odin, and again there is a nuke not in the middle of the Void Sliver, and that nuke actually looked like it ended up killing off the Vega and Nux, which is not the case, but that was very interesting timing from Amon, and now Nikara is getting focused down, and Nikara just goes flying off into the corner over there, And now there were two. There is Crooked Sam and there is the Odin. And Crooked Sam is getting attacked by a lot of Banshees. It's kind of surprising how tanky he is. And that down goes Crooked Sam now. And now all that is left is the Odin over here. And that is, I think, probably going to be the Void Sliver down as well. So overall, all the Void Slivers are down. But it costed Tychus everything. And that is GG.